Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us so many blessings. Of them is, your own physical body, your arms and your legs, subhanAllah. And what have you done with your own body? You've let it sit inside too long. You let it get lazy. It's getting weaker. You're growing a belly already and you're only in your 20s, bro. Maybe even in your teens, right? You're in the prime of your life and your body is going to shambles. SubhanAllah. The Prophet ﷺ was in impeccable physical condition. He's described as having, broad shoulders. He had broad chest, and strong legs. He was fighting battles, SubhanAllah, and he was in the age, he got prophethood at 40. He's fighting those battles in his 50s and even early 60s, SubhanAllah. Fighting on the front line, 50s and 60s, SubhanAllah. Nowadays, what do we see? Unks, SubhanAllah, like 40, 50 years old, 60 years old, what, right? They're praying in a chair, SubhanAllah, like for all 5 salawats, right? And not to shame anybody, right? But we should be taking care of our health. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave it to us, we should give it to Him back just as if He gave it to us. It's an amana, right? Take advantage of it. Take care of it. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Ightanim khamsan qabla khams." Take care of 5 before 5. Take care of your youth before your old age. Take care of your health before your sickness. Take care of your free time before you're busy, subhanAllah, right? You gotta take care of this stuff, subhanAllah. Age is not an excuse to get into good, healthy and physical condition, subhanAllah. Whether you're in your teens, whether you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 80, I don't care, it doesn't matter. You have to do your best. You should be taking steps, whatever steps it is, whether it's literally walking 5, 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, whether it's, strength training, getting and doing push-ups or pull-ups or anything like that. You should be taking steps to maintain and to increase in your health. You should be in good physical condition, especially young Muslim men, bro. If you're a young Muslim man, you're in your prime, bro. You should not be seeing a stomach coming up, subhanAllah, right? You should not be you're in your 20s, bro. Right? If you're in your 20s right now and you're already getting a stomach, right? And you're already feeling like some back pains and some elbow pain or some knee pain, whatever, right? How do you think it's gonna be, in the next 10 years, 20 years, when you're 40 years old and you already, have some serious health conditions, subhanAllah, right? Your life is gonna end early. SubhanAllah, you're not gonna have as much chances, as many Ramadans to live. You're not gonna have as many chances to do good deeds that can get you into Jannah, simply because you've neglected your health. The time is never too early or too late to take advantage of your health, and get into that physical condition. It always will be right now. The best time will always be right now, starting as soon as possible. Take advantage of whatever you can. For most people, it's, it could be their nutrition, right? You're eating garbage. You're eating for pleasure, not for fuel. For some, it can be, their strength. They're very weak, subhanAllah. They can barely do a push-up. Most men can't even do a pull-up, subhanAllah, right? Every man should be able to do at least one pull-up. That should be you should be able to do one pull-up, subhanAllah, right? You should be able to go outside and run. You should be able to do sprints, down the grass, subhanAllah, for 10 seconds, just go all out, subhanAllah. You should get a sweat. You should be going outside and looking at the sun. How many times does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَالشَّمْسِ وَالْقَمَرِ وَالنُّجُومِ وَالْجِبَالِ, right? And you don't even see it, subhanAllah, right? وَالشَّجَرَ, right? You don't even go look outside at the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rather, you're sitting down inside all day. We're at school all day. We're at work all day, subhanAllah, right? Take some time, 5 minutes to, go outside, subhanAllah, and reflect upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creation. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about all of His creation, how many times in the Quran, He talks about His creation all the time, subhanAllah, right? Go outside and go actually look at it. For young Muslim men, you should be strength training. You should be getting strong, especially the younger age you are, the even better it is for you. Right? Getting your foundation strong, getting good at push-ups, getting good at pull-ups, running, being moving around, especially at a young age, you're setting yourself up for so much success for the future, subhanAllah. And even if you're a little older, even if you're in your 20s, 30s, whatever, right? You're still setting yourself up for, if you're, living later, so 50, 60, 70, 80, even 100, whatever, right? You're setting yourself up for the future, right? When you have good health habits right now, when you train right now, when you eat good right now, you reap the benefits for later on. The same way, in this life, we do good deeds, we pray, we fast, we're good to others, right? We're good at akhlaq, right? We do all of that, not because we have benefit in this world. Maybe we have some benefits in this world, right? But it's because we get the benefits in the akhirah, right? It's delayed gratification, right? Taking care of your health and your body is so important because the Prophet ﷺ told us to do so anyways. He told us to take care of it before sickness comes, right? You need more life in this dunya, right? To do more good deeds, right? We're gonna wish when we die that, Ya Allah, give me just a little bit more, just extend my deadline a little bit, I know I submitted the paper a little bit late, just give me a little bit of deadline so I can pray 2 rak'at, so I can give some charity, give some sadaqah, right? SubhanAllah, right? We're gonna wish for that. We already have that time right now. We're literally living. You can go pray 2 rak'ats right now, make wudu. Right now, you can go say something nice to your mother right now. You can do all those good habits, go do all those good deeds that you would wish you would want if you're gonna be when you're in the grave. You can do those right now, SubhanAllah, right? And you could take care of your health right now, not only following the Sunnah, learning from the Prophet ﷺ and taking care of your health and your body, but also extending your deadline, right? Extending your deadline, making sure you're in good physical health, so that you could actually do good deeds in this world and get to the highest levels of Jannah. Now, to take care of your health, there's 3 main pillars you need to take care of, right? There's 3 main things. The first of them being, your training, your physical activity, right? And I talk about this more in a lot of detail in my video right here. But just to quickly go over, right? The Prophet ﷺ was in impeccable physical condition, right? He was a warrior, right? You need to be able to fight. You need to be able to move stuff, pick up stuff, You need to have strength. You need to have muscle, right? You need to have all of that, right? It doesn't have to be like bodybuilder level. It doesn't have to be like crazy strong lifter or whatever like types of strength, but just having general strength in your life so you can actually, help out those around you, help out your family, protect. I talked about that in more detail. You can look at the video, how to train like the Prophet ﷺ. Now, the second pillar of taking care of your health is your nutrition. You should be eating for fuel, not for pleasure. You're eating for pleasure and you're just putting a bunch of garbage into yourself. And that's why you feel like garbage. How are you going to expect to have any levels of energy and ambition and drive and all that type of stuff, and you have like basically zero fuel, right? It doesn't take a genius to look at food and say, okay, is this healthy or this is not healthy, right? I'm not going to sit here and give you a diet, keto, carnivore, whatever it is. I'm not going to sit here and give you that. Just look, next time you eat, just look at your food and think, okay, am I eating this for fuel or am I eating this for pleasure? What is the reason of me eating this? Just eat with a purpose. Look at your food, and if you have a purpose for eating it, then eat it. And actually be honest with yourself. Don't just say, oh, I'm hungry, I want to eat, right? You can be hungry, bro. We're Muslims, bro. We fast Ramadan a whole entire month, 30 days, 29 days, whatever it is, right? We fast a whole month, right? And we know that hunger just, goes away after a little bit. We know that we don't have to eat. We can feel thirsty and just not drink. Don't just follow your feelings and your whims and desires. Even your hunger and your thirst is a feeling to some extent. Obviously, eat and drink, like to your thinking. That's why you need to eat and drink with fuel, with purpose, right? Drinking water, bro. Drink water, bro. You don't have to drink all of these fancy drinks and lemonades and like these Arizona iced teas and the mucho mangoes and stuff like that, right? Just eat with purpose, eat for fuel, and you will feel fueled. And the third pillar, of taking care of your health is sleep. Sleep is so important for your health. Everyone knows sleep is important for your health. And the Prophet ﷺ, he took care of his sleep, right? He didn't sleep too little. He didn't sleep too long. He slept a good amount for his health, right? There's a narration, he didn't even like speaking after Isha. Why? Because he didn't like wasting time after Isha. He would just go straight to sleep, or he would, spend time with some of his wives, and then he would just go to sleep. The nighttime is time for sleep, not for you to, scrolling on your phone, watching some YouTube videos, getting on the game a little bit. It's not time for any of that type of stuff. You should, after Isha, just have the mindset, okay, I need to, as soon as possible, get to sleep. Because the real daily routine starts with the night before when you actually go to sleep, right? If you actually go to sleep at an early time so you can actually wake up for Fajr. So you can actually have a chance to wake up for Tahajjud and pray a little bit instead of just like pushing out, oh, I'm always so tired at Fajr, I can barely wake up for Fajr, right? Actually sleeping early so you can actually have a chance to wake up a little bit earlier than Fajr and actually pray 2 rak'at. When you take care of these 3, your physical training, your nutrition, and your sleep, you find that your overall health, subhanAllah, is just blooming. Right? You feel so young, right? You feel like you can do anything. You can actually help. You can actually, protect your family. Your family can actually look up to you. Your wife can look up to you. Your future wife can look up to you, subhanAllah. So if you want to actually take steps to improving your health and to train to be more like the Prophet ﷺ, and to preserve your amana, your body, then click on the link in the description and I can personally help you with that, because now you know you need to do something. But that's not enough. You need to have an actual program, an actual plan that will get you from where you are right now to where you want to be, to actually get you to that thing for you, not some cookie cutter stuff. So inshallah, I can get on a call with you and we can talk, and I can even coach you through it to actually make sure you get those results instead of just staying average, watching a bunch of videos and being average like the normal person. So if you want to actually start your journey today, then you can click on the link in the description. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.